everyone. My name is Dr. Shane Smith. I'm a physical therapist, and I wanted to work on some easy exercises that help with foot pain, especially with walking. One of the more common areas feet get painful is on the bottom arch region of the foot. There's a lot of muscles that cross around joints in our feet that help with pushing and movement. They can get very tight on the bottom arch area. So using a small firm ball, such as a lacrosse ball like this one, can be very beneficial for loosening some of those tight muscles. So what I want to do is sit down comfortably in a chair, place the ball right on the inside of the arch, give a little bit of pressure through my foot, and just slowly roll back and forth through those arch muscles of my foot. If you feel a tight, tender spot, that's an area where there's some restriction in the muscle at. Gentle pressure down onto that spot for a couple seconds, relaxing off and rolling through the feet. Do this for about 2 to 3 minutes. Stop, take your foot with your hands and stretch your toes back to try to loosen the bottom part of the foot. These are great stretches and soft tissue work to loosen up tightness in the foot to allow the joints to move easier. The second stretch I like sitting down for the foot is going to be one leg straight, the other knee bent, and bending forward at the hips to stretch the back leg. So to look at this from the side, we're going to be sitting. The leg we're wanting to stretch goes straight, the other one's bent, and we hip hinge forward to give us a nice stretch down the back of the leg. If we want to increase calf stretching, we're going to think to actively hold the toes up towards your head, hold that ankle position, and bend forward again. It's going to be a great stretch down the calf and the hamstring. The other stretch seated that's really good for foot discomfort is if you have tight hips. Crossing one leg over the other knee and bending forward again at the hips will cause a tremendous stretch in the deep hip muscle of the leg that's crossed and potentially in the hamstring of the legs that's crossed. 30 seconds to a minute holding in a comfortable stretch position, switching legs, opposite side, bending forward. A side angle of this stretch would look as such: foot crossed, bend forward at the hip. I'm not rounding my spine looking into my lap. I can still see forward as I stretch. 30 seconds to a minute for this one, and then we're going to finish up with standing. So a standing stretch that's great for the feet are going to be the calf stretching. Against a wall, one foot will stay straight, the other one forward, and I'm going to try to bring my body towards the wall with maintaining the back heel on the ground. The further I can scoot my foot back, keeping the heel down, bending forward, will increase the stretch to my calf and ankle. We can also do the same movement. Instead of a straight knee, we're going to bend our back knee and do the same thing, trying to go forward, keep the heel down on the ground with a bent knee, and that's going to change the stretch of your calf lower into a different muscle. The last one is going to be standing with the knee bent going forward, and we're going to take our back knee and angle it towards the front heel. So we're going to come back and in like that, and that will stretch a muscle that's commonly affecting feet called tibialis posterior. I hope these stretches were helpful to get you out of foot pain and enjoy walking.